is pretty good. Obviously, it's called adjustments because you have to adjust. It's not spam tendencies where you'll often see on other channels. You basically gotta, you know, adapt to what your opponent is doing. Okay, so if you're getting, you know, beat with something repetitively, you know, obviously you need to play takeaway. Okay, so I'm just gonna play some quick matches, see if we can get some situations where we play some hopefully pass heavy guys, and then we'll kind of break it down. Obviously the only defense that has palm coverage is big nickel, unfortunately, but we're gonna make it work, okay? In fact, I do need to make a change. As far as what I'm doing with cornerback, I like my two outside corners to be able to tackle, okay? So we did kind of demote Rockyson, but he's going to be okay. So we got our two high tackle corners on the outside. Yeah, they got decent hit power too, so they can, you know, if I need them to go down to the flats, you know, they can. So it's not really going to be much of an issue. As far as your safeties go, I think for your packages, you're going to need to make sure that your go-to three safeties are on the strong side, and your free safety should be like that, I believe. I'll double check after the game, but I think that's what I'm going to end up running with. As far as your sub linebackers, you want guys that can kind of cover a little bit. I'm looking more for zone coverage here. Zone coverage and agility, really. Those are the most important stats for your sub linebacker, whether they're a linebacker or if they are a you know, safety or whatever. So that's pretty much what you're looking for. Ultimately, if you can get them around 70s, you know, you don't want to take your starting safety off. So that's an obvious. I really do not like. And prioritize agility over zone coverage. You know, if you have a guy that has his own coverage but his agility ain't up to par, you know, you're gonna have to kind of cancel him out. So we'll just go by agility first. Agility is very important because it's basically change of direction before change of direction. What's change of direction? If that makes sense for you guys, all right? So obviously, if you can get anybody 80, I don't want to move him. So let's see what our options are. I have 83 Diablo, and you got 82 Teamer. So that's probably going to be my looks. So we'll start Teamer over there. Diablo right there. So that'll be our setup we're gonna run with. Slot corner, I went with Abrid. I'm probably gonna demote him and put Rod Yassine now. Run with it like that. I like Abrid because of his speed. But I think that's what we're going to run with. All right. If it gets to where something doesn't work, you know, like I said, I can always make a change. I haven't tried this safety combo because there's certain things that I'm trying to get looks for, and I wasn't able to get it last night. So we did some moving around, and hopefully we can get that. Probably should go in practice mode to test it first, but we'll see.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got what can only be described as a mirror image matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders and themselves. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down. The 20. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs to the 22-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Carr. He'll look downfield for Waller. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. First carry of the game for Zamir White. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. Carr going to go on 4th down. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he is going to have a Raiders 1st down as they find a way to convert on 4th and 10. On play action, it's Carr. Steps away. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield. Incomplete.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Out to his left. That one into the hands of Adams downfield. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders 36. He got 29 yards that time. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 36. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll take this down to the 33.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
2nd and 6. Adams, the man in motion left. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To throw on 2nd and 6, Carr. And he's caught downfield. It's Waller. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Now that tight end position just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole.
I still got to get to.
There's a whole lot of ticked-off linebackers.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Counter play with Jacobs. And this time they were ready for him as he'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Throwing now is Carr. And he'll go down, right down at the 20-yard line. Max Crosby with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Gotta say, Charles, a little surprising to have a kick this short blocked. Usually that happens on the longer ones, but great job by the special teams to kind of sift through there and get a hand on it.
Yeah, you've seen a lot of football over time, partner, and you're right about it. Typically, the longer field goals start lower because they have so much more ground to cover to get to the post. And that's when you get a hand on it. These short ones, you're able to pop it up in the air pretty quickly. Normally you get height. In this case, extra effort to block that one.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He's going to float.
Run my defense against me, bro.
He's got him in. Complete.
It works for me, doesn't mean it gonna work for you.
Touchdown, Las Vegas. Keelan Cole, 75 yards. And the Raiders take the block field goal and convert it into 6 points. Well, the game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
Carr will look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
White team cross back inside. Shouldn't
It's
have.
interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously, the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys. But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Now they'll throw with Carr. Caught on the right side by Adams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On second and a couple, Carr. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 21. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On first down, Carr. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Carr again. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half. So
he's got a man complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Davante Adams, 79 yards. And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Partner, to me, that touchdown.
Can't run cover 4 on me like I run it on you, bro. You're not good enough.
What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up to
You know damn well you need 2 guys to tackle Jacobs. You want to shoot 1 guy through the gap. You won't fall forward.
This one away, and off it goes. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone.
You make mistakes when you play with this team, bro. I learned that last night. And took Abram away.
About set to begin the drive.
Crippling us over here.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. He's got his man. It's White. On the move past the 40. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw is Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Davante Adams goes. 33 yards. And the Raiders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone, and a two-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taken from about the 12. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with 40 seconds to go, that's, you'd think, time enough to try to mount a drive should they decide to do so. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Play action. Now it's Carr. That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 39. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Throwing on first down is Carr. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted.
They nerfed the fuck out of Waller. Shit, he's
and the
ridiculous.
Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. He's got White here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Oh, that's a big let off there on 3rd down because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a first down, but for big yardage as well.
Flushed out right. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Taken from about the 12. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense? A dime look defensively for the Raiders on third down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. Now Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Adams the man in motion right. They go with Jacobs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And the Raiders have got him. Bilal Nichols. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Carr now to throw. The throw taken in by Cole. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Adams the man in motion right. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Adams the man in motion right. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On play action, now Carr. Got an open man, Keelan Cole. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Adams the man in motion right. Now a play fake. Carr. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Jacobs going to try the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. Adams the man in motion right. On 2nd and 2, Carr. Dancing to his left. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Now they send the tight end in motion left. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he is into the end zone.
Send one guy in that gap, bro. You should know better than that. Can't turbo blitz when you got to deal with Josh Jacobs and you play gap assignment football. The reason I had stopped turbo blitzing for a while. Shit not gonna work versus the run game.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play.
Yeah, I got to see I make them adjustments. And box up what people are trying to do. I was trying to figure out if I needed a third or cloud. Yeah. That cloud to the running back side. But alright, so here's another tip, guys. So if you definitely want to do this. If you're dealing with crossers or anything that they're just constantly trying to hit the flats or, try to run double routes and get to the sidelines or anything like a deep crosser to the sideline, and they're passing, you can run base align. Okay, especially with the user adjustment if you want a cloud flat over there. I might not do this as much in regs. In MUT, but in regs you have to kind of account for the poor zone coverage. Okay, the ratings won't be the same, so they're not going to react as good as they should. So when you deal with certain situations where people find a beater against your coverage, just base align it and make your adjustments from there. So that's one thing I started noticing. You try to get that little red zone crosser scissor out of the backfield to the running back. I was debating on a third. If you don't baseline, that third is going to play more to the seam on the numbers. If you baseline it, it'll play more outside. Now, don't do all the extra adjustments when you try to baseline. Don't be trying to, baseline press and baseline shade over the top, because like I said, you'll make yourself a little bit weaker. But just regular baseline, make whatever adjustment you need so that you can put your defender on the spot of the field that he needs to be on, and you should be good at that point. Sometimes now, if I know that they're not able to do that or anything, they're not really trying to attack me like that, and I know they're just doing motions, sometimes I'll just double base align to cancel out of the motion glitch that they might be trying to put on the field. Like I said, if they keep constantly trying to hit those corners, bro, and you want to play those thirds and clouds on the outside, you're going to have to base align those unless you're playing them from the inside. Like you put a safety or something in a curl flat, you don't necessarily need a baseline. Now, if you want someone else to defend it, those clouds will play a lot better with a baseline.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Green Bay Packers and the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And some room to maneuver.
Got a solid swiping.
Touchdown, Packers! Aaron Jones, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Packers are on the board first here in Vegas. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive side,
Oh, this is blocked. Oh, the Raiders have it.
Running
And
in
he
the
gets
boat.
it past the 30, but not much further than that. And the extra point attempt snuffed down.
but there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing, and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry, it's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's what I was just going to say. First quarter, we'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax. Whoa.
Bad move. Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their own 13. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's complete to Cole. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Carr now on first down. Looking deep for Adams. That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Carr. Eluding and a big loss here as he's taken down. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. To throw, it's Carr. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Now a first down carry by Jones.
Disengage.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 102 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Now Jones. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And they're able to add on to their advantage. They're going to run for it with Jones.
Engage. Got to block
into
that
the
now.
end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
See something on that last drive. We're going to attack it this drive.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Carr going to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. He's got a man complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And some room to roam now. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 16 more on that one and another 1st down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Adams the man in motion right. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And that one drops down.
Go straight.
Good coverage.
Go fucking straight. Don't run into a fucking zone.
Now Carr,
Jesus.
the incomplete pass brings him up 2nd and 10. Adams the man in motion right. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
Why are you swatting the ball?
That will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there.
Perfect man beater right there.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Adams the man in motion right. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Rolling to his right.
Oh my God, EA. Come on now.
Coverage and it's intercepted. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. 20. 10.
Don't get that in mud.
And into the end zone. It's a pick
If
6.
it's an incomplete pass, it's an incomplete pass. That's just... Yeah, like I said, the rating factor in regs is just unparalleled. It's just stupid.
They do right there. Gosh, this lead is so large, CD, and we're only in the first half.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that's so amazing about it. You mentioned this large lead. How's this their first takeaway of the game? And what a spectacular run it was. Adding to the lead, showing the true dominance, and you're exactly right.
Oh my gosh, I gotta watch it, man.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Once again, it's Jacobs. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Carr going to try and throw on third down. And finding Keelan Cole. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Over 70 yards receiving now for him in this first half alone, as he's got a first down on that last catch. The first run for the backup, Abdullah. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Carr to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage.
Crossbody. How is that a crossbody when I'm rolling to the right?
The 20.
And I can't tie.
And into the end zone. It's up.
You got it, man. I'm not going to compete against the DDA. There's no point at that point. Give me a crossbody throw when the throw is to the right and I'm rolling to the right. Like, huh? They need to do away with these negative throw banners. I see them too much in the Regs. I don't get them as much in mud. I'm gonna do one more. I'm just gonna do my mud grind. Oh, they need to fix these ratings. They need to jack them up so it's more balanced, so that players just don't dumb out as much. Notice I can't get block sheds when I'm clearly in the right defense. I'm asking to always win the block sheds. I'm just asking for, you know, a significant increase on the block sheds.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, we've got a
Watch me win this game.
between the Green Bay.
It's usually how Madden does you, bro. They'll match you up with someone you might lose the first game, and you match up again, and they let you win. That's how Madden is.
And off we go.
Because dude really wasn't good, man. I shred that defense on the regular.
Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
All right, D-line, man, y'all need to do something for me.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And strong
these double tackles,
He's across midfield and down to the 49. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Again, it's Jones. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers caught on the right side by Jones. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Call it with a gain of 6 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL. Being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th.
Good stop.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the 1st. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs.
Your demise begins now, buddy. Last game was a fluke.
The Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Carr. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a 3rd and long after that sack. Looking right sideline, that's complete. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Carr now on 1st down. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now a give up the middle. This is White.
That's what happens when you spread that line out. You make them inside zones powerful. Spread them out again.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Carr finding Waller there for the Vegas 1st.
Unpredictable.
Here's Carr. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
On 2nd and 10, Carr. Throw left side complete. That's White. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. We're scoreless after 1. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now Carr.
Got to throw it to the sideline, Carr.
It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take
Nothing should be in space. It went to the sideline.
So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Guys, y'all got to get block shit, man.
Fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. From the 5, 2nd and 4. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. Dillon will take this one in for a Packer touchdown. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
They're going to run forward with Jones. And he will get in to make
I gotta get a block
it.
today.
And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point
Motherfuckers trading Hankins away, I don't know.
The 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season. What has changed? What hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. It looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another
Press as we can run.
Find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the
Press
last
again
one.
so we can run. Thank you.
On 3rd down, a run from White. And that little deep Kajik that we saw able to give him the 1st down yardage before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. White again. They'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. 8-0 our score with 2 minutes left in the 2nd quarter. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Adams the man in motion right. On play action, it's Carr.
And he was beat too.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a 2nd half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing.
Now a clash of bodies.
Gotta throw it to the sideline, Carr. Do that shit one more time, I want to bench you.
Straight drive now here, Charles, and him ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Dillon now on 1st and 10. Divine Diablo there to make the stop. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling. Held it to an okay gain.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Throw right side, going to be complete to DeGuara. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down. On play action, Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And now off to the races down the right side. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Adams the man in motion right. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He hits Adams complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. From the gun, it's Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Dave's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. In motion left, the tight end. The final shot here before half for Carr. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. So 8-8 our score now as he'll send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this. They'll indeed try to run it out as they
no, that's the block shares I was looking
still
for.
has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, all even through one half of football as we get back underway in quarter number 3. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 20. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Shotgun now for Carr. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Credit the defense there to Quay Walker, getting behind the line of scrimmage before they can rip off any sort of a gain.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Carr going to get this to Jacobs. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Throwing now is Carr. Same target. It's Jacobs again. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Carr.
Pass lead, Carr. Come on now. I told you, do that shit one more fucking time.
He might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle, and he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MV.
There we go.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Keelan Cole, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Raiders have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Carr will look to throw.
Caught you playing man.
They get the 2 and they double them up now at 16-8.
Told you it was gonna be a tale of 2 different games. Be doing shit like that. Like the first game they'll cheat you, and then the second game they let off on that shit. Bro, I told you what was gonna happen, right? I told you what was gonna happen. I told you what was gonna happen. I told you what was gonna happen. I told you what was gonna happen, though. I told you what was gonna happen. I told you what was gonna happen. Okay, I told you what was gonna happen, though. Did I not?
Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Okay.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. He has it complete to Christian
Let's play.
Watson. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Okay.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. That's Tunyon bringing in the quick throw. And they'll get
Yes, that's fine.
around the 47-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. Steps away to his left. And this one is incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
3rd quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. On play action. Now Rodgers being chased out left. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Finds his receiver, Watson. He's going to have the 1st down and then some. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A big play there on the catch and run. 32 yards.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. They'll go again to Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Packers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. They're going to try and run for it. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Big Kenny Clark that time, pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I can control what the AI does, and my guys aren't rated right.
But they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he'll be well short of a first down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Open out of the left side. This is Cole. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Cole. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 41-yard line. Here's Jacobs from the gun. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And the question now, can they get closer on 3rd down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Buying time to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Throwing his Carr. Forced out to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They go with Jacobs. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed he did not. They stop him. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll find Aguara complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Rodgers to throw. Catch made by Watson on the out route. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after the first. And look at this. They're going to try an onside kick to begin overtime. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Well, they went with the ultimate element of surprise there, trying the onside kick to start OT, and it backfires.
Not just element of surprise. How about element of hubris? I mean, that is unbelievable because the odds of getting an onside kick are small to begin with. And to give up your opportunity to ever possess the football that way, if you don't get it, that is absolutely huge. Didn't work, but boy, what a gamble.
Here's Jones again on second down. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Again, it's Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. On second down, it's Jones. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 91 yards rushing for him now to this point. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They run again with Dillon. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And he is in for the score.
Game's not over.
And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road
No,
in
it's not.
overtime. As the fan takes it back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at the concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got the overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it.
He stopped.
The fans screaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, David.
I kind of figured that was coming.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, they've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. 1st down, here's White. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Rashawn Gary, the man to bring him down. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. Here's Carr. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Picked off by Aaron Stokes.
They all get lucky sometimes.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
See what my receiver was doing.
So much sweeter, isn't it?
He should have held him.
Boys they heard before how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel. Came in full of confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
Should have threw it right there. I shouldn't even lie. I should have thrown it as soon as he cut. If I start seeing that, I could throw like a low ball. That dig route, I probably could have ran like a little hitch route up the seam and just stopped it at a curl instead of forcing them out. That would have held that seam flat a little bit longer. It's my fault. Sometimes, like I said, sometimes the stop play work when you have a quick read that you like. Quick read ain't there, then it just kind of gotta make adjustments to it. Dude shouldn't have won that game for real because he wasn't good. Just, Regs is being Regs. I will catch you fellas later. Let me get some things done around the house and we'll get back on later.